I've been my business real, nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Deontay Johnson. Always need eyes on him. 4th most catches in the NFL. It's the Chargers and the Rams on Sunday Night Primetime.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. Welcome, everybody, again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gund and CD. We've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position, to be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Jackson now. Got a man. It's Tunyon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here.
That's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there, the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led out by Malik Willis, the rookie who started his college career at Auburn and finished with the Liberty Flames.
Okay, ready?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for the first with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The Rams had 10 and 5 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Third down, it's Willis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Willis on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Willis to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they learn to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Willis do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Willis. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. And some space here. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 37-yard line. 36 yards on the play. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the hit of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 29.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The fullback dive held up short. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 31, Willis. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions. I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. The 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all time.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Willis looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Rams.
Quez Watkins.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Chargers, nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Following the fumble recovery, Willis looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Willis, and this is caught by Watkins. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, L.A. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air. And defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10, Willis.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Well, we get our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. James Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head over to Hotlanta.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take.
First and 10, it's Willis.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Option play, Willis looking to run. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Second down throw coming by Willis. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 8 yards out. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now you look at the scoreboard. That deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw again is Jackson. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Check right. Opposite. Green.
The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Willis now off play action. Going deep here for Watkins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Ward. One quarter fans, here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Chargers offense back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This
down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Elijah Moore, 65 yards. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. And this is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down. Here's Willis. Flush to his right. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the 1st down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Willis.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Come on.
A give to Cook out of the gun.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
On the go.
Going on fourth down. Here's Willis. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Rams are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. 3rd down, it's Willis. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Willis, 4th down here. It's complete to Hopkins. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On 1st down, Willis. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone...
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Let's go now. Go, Reed, go. 18, right here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Los Angeles, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.